Hey there, thanks for tuning into DuckBricks. I'm Chris, and well, it's the beginning of March, which means it's that time of the year. It's time for a LEGO shopping spree. That's right. I just got back from the LEGO store with a gigantic haul of some of the brand new sets, so join me and my buddy Zach as we travel to the 5th Avenue Flagship store in New York, go on a LEGO shopping spree, and showcase the haul all the way back home. There are a lot of really cool new releases here, and I cannot wait to go through my ideas about what I'm going to do with all the sets, talk through how I made my choices on which sets to buy, and also hear from you in terms of which sets you might want to see me review. So let's transport ourselves over to the Flagship LEGO store right now and pick up this haul. Okay, we've made it to the Flagship 5th Avenue store. Let's go ahead and get our haul. Zach, this one's for you.
The best mech LEGO has ever made.
It is the best mech, and of course, I need to get one for the guy coming here and filming too, so I hope you enjoy building this. Let me do my mental check through. I'm sure I'm missing something. And I think that's everything. Let's check out and get back home. Okay, so we're back and let's take a look at the haul. So out of everything that released on March 1st, I did get quite a few of them through the Ambassador program, like the T-Rex skeleton, which I think doesn't actually release for another few days, but more importantly, all of the Ninjago sets, like Ninjago City Workshops, as well as the Arc Dragon to Focus, and Thunderfang, I did get early, so you can check out some early reviews of a lot of those sets, but here is pretty much everything else, and a special package came in on some sets that are coming out in April, so I've aligned those here as well. But starting off, I had to get the Trevi Fountain. This is actually a set that I saw in person last September for Fan Media Days, and I was blown away by it. It is a true modern upgrade of the original LEGO architecture set in pretty much using modern day building techniques, and it's gonna be a really cool display piece as we set up here, so definitely can't wait to build that one. There were a couple of city sets that came out. There's the off-road police car chase, which is a pretty interesting type of build for City to do. We don't really have like an off-road sub-theme, so it's kind of just a one-off set, which I thought was interesting. And then we also got the LEGO City Kick Sauber and V-Carb cars, which for whatever reason were delayed. This was supposed to release back in January, but they pulled the set and decided to release it in March instead. Don't really know what the story is behind that, but it finally did come out, so we do have that here. LEGO Minecraft released a number of sets just this month. Most importantly were the Minecraft movie sets, which were sent to me early, and I did just do an early review on those. But the other ones, which are just based on the game, are kind of standalone, so I just went ahead and bought these myself, like the Trial Chamber here, which has some brand new enemies in brick-built form for the first time, and the Parrot Houses, which is continuing the nice LEGO Minecraft trend of building these big brick-built animals, and then we're using them as houses. This right here is probably one of my #1 most anticipated sets, maybe even of the year, and it is the Horizon Adventures Shellwalker and Sawtooth set. Now, Horizon is a game that I literally picked up and started playing because of the Lego set. I love the Lego set so much, I wanted to know more about the world. It gave me a lot of Bionicle vibes, and to learn that Lego was doing not just a new Horizon video game, but also a Lego set based off of the game was super exciting. Again, I did see this early at Fan Media Days, so I did get to play around with it like many months ago, and I could not wait to have it in hand. The only unfortunate thing is that the game honestly wasn't really marketed that well. It also came out like last year, so to get a set in March of 2025 for a game that honestly performed pretty poorly that was released months ago is very strange timing, and I honestly kind of don't imagine this set selling very well because I don't really think there's a lot of demand for it, which is very sad because I personally would love to see more Horizon sets. I'd love to see them finally tackle one of the bigger, larger scale creatures, but unfortunately, I don't really know how this is gonna do. So if you wanna see more Horizon, Lego, probably check out this set, and it looks really fun. Now moving onwards, we have a LEGO Ideas release. This is the Evolution of STEM set. It's kind of like an open book showcasing different STEM concepts. You've got like the carbon atom and the DNA strand, and you've got like rocket ships and a bee, so all sorts of things, including minifigs of famous scientists, which is pretty interesting. Definitely curious to put this one together and see how it plays and builds, and it looks like a pretty nice display model as well. A model that LEGO sent me early, but for whatever reason was actually held up by the post office, sent back to LEGO, and then finally sent back to me, is the Parisian restaurant. This was supposed to arrive like a month ago, but it only just got to me a couple days ago, but I love the build. It is absolutely stunning, and stay tuned for a full in-depth review on this coming very soon. So I'm not going to dwell on that one too much. I just finished building it today. Moving onwards, we have just one Harry Potter release. It's the Night Bus Adventure. It is utilizing the brand new 3-stud length window here, which is really interesting to see that being used. They also use it in the Parisian restaurant on its side, right in there, which you can see. So it's a really cool new piece. Opens up a lot of possibilities. Kind of strange to be only getting one single set for Harry Potter, but it is a good one. Although this is like the 5th or 6th version of the Night Bus we've gotten. It does look to be the best so far, but it is crazy just how many of these LEGO was made. I also managed to pick up the brand new Nigel Williams Racing FW14B car, or the Nigel Mansell car, which is the Williams racing car here, where you can see it is kind of this larger scale icons oriented set. Again, another one that we saw early, which is pretty cool. And then, speaking of cars, we're not going to take a look at these for a second because there are so many of these, but we do have the Transformers Brickheads for Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, which is pretty cool because there are rumors that we are getting another larger scale Transformers model later this year, so I think these sets are really brilliantly designed, and it's cool to get a smaller scale offering in the form of Brickheads. Now, finally, there's just a couple of other oddities before we get into the main attraction of March 1st. LEGO sent me these creator sets early, which just arrived today. It's the record player and the flamingo, so can't wait to actually put these ones together and kind of highlight the creator 3-in-1 theme as a whole, which I feel like is one of the best LEGO themes that is really underrated. Barely anyone talks about it, but it continuously puts out some of the best builds. But the big release for March 1st was Speed Champions, where we are getting a version of every single one of the entire racing lineup for F1. So that's 10 separate cars, and they are all built slightly differently. There are differences in the details for how they're built. Like this one is 263 pieces, this is 267, this is 251, and there's just all sorts of different cars here. Personally, my favorite is probably the Red Bull one, just by the color scheme, but I also really like the Visa car here as well, and I also really love the Google Chrome mobile. Yes, those are printed pieces with the Google Chrome logo on them, which is just really funny, and I definitely can't wait to put that one together. Now, before we dive into some stuff that didn't release in March, of course, gotta give a shout out to my boy Zach, who is filming right now. Why don't you say hi, my man?
What's up, DuckBricks?
All right, well, these are for you. You're getting back into LEGO, and you are watching all of Ninjago Dragons Rising before Season 3, correct?
I am.
Well, now it's on camera, so he's locked in. Had to get you the best LEGO mech ever. I think it's one of the best Ninjago sets ever, which is Cole's Titan Dragon Mech. You also have the Source Dragon Emotion ready to go, so with those two, you probably have some of the best LEGO sets out in Ninjago.
I can't wait to put this one together.
Awesome, and
great.
some decor for your room as well, which is gonna look good.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Just lovely.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, moving back on to the final shipment, and maybe one of the most exciting things that came in today is LEGO actually sent me a couple of the new Marvel sets. I think these come out in April, so it's a little bit early, but I'm really excited to be able to put these together and do an early review. We have the Hall of Armor, which is maybe one of the most controversial sets coming out. It's remarkably expensive. I don't remember off the top of my head how much, but I want to say something like $50. It might be even more, but it does come with a new version of Iron Patriot, which is really cool to get. Previously, the last one we got was a video game pre-order exclusive, and that's the only other time we got Iron Patriot, so it's awesome to actually get him in a modern set. We also have a new version of the kind of Igor armor from Iron Man 3. Still looks a little strange to me. I would have preferred something like a new mold, something maybe like what they did for Axel and Nexo Knights, but I guess it is a little better than the previous one we got for Avengers Endgame, so I do like the upgrade there. Also cool to get Haltra Killian in a modern LEGO form, especially after the really funky one we got back when the movie came out with a glow-in-the-dark head to show his fire powers. It's cool to get like an actual regular version of him. We also get the Hulk monster truck, which is certainly a very interesting concept itself, although I'm gonna be honest, if you're gonna do a Hulk versus Thanos set geared towards kids, they could have made it the same price, same number of pieces, but just make the Thanos copter. I feel like a lot of people want to get the Thanos copter as a LEGO set. That would have been so perfect as a small set. Hey, maybe if LEGO's listening, I'd love to see that one next. But with that, we've about summed up our look at everything here. One last thing is the upscaled racing minifigure, and I feel like doing this style of helmet as an upscaled minifigure now opens the door for them doing a classic space minifigure of this style. I love the upscaled minifigures. We've gotten a few of them so far. They launched them with Harry Potter and Hermione several years ago, and then we got a Lego Pirate for the Lego house, which was really awesome, like stands about this tall. And the race car driver is honestly not the most interesting one to get. I can think of a lot more iconic minifigures to get of that scale, but obviously it does tie into the entire racing theme of this release, so it does make sense to get. And I personally hope this opens the doors to getting classic spacemen. I'd also love to see them doing like Galactus at this scale, or maybe even Ant-Man in his giant form. I think there are a lot of really cool things they could do with this scale of figure that they honestly kind of haven't really been doing. So hopefully LEGO will do more stuff like that. But clearly, I have a lot to build, and if you want to see any of these reviewed, do let me know. Obviously, most of these outside the Marvel sets are pretty much just stuff that I bought myself, and I'll be enjoying them myself, but if you do want to see a review, let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for tuning into DuckBricks, and be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Bye for now.